Hey guys, Chakras here, bringing you the second installment of the LoLpro Quick Guides. Today we'll be taking a look at...
So long as I have my wings, you will always stand in my shadow.
Today we're taking a look at Kayle. This guide is for mid lane, and the guide authors are Nijaki, Liquid112, and yours truly. Starting with runes, armor yellows and magic resist blues, flat or per level depending on the opponent, are pretty much the way to go. As for quintessences, preference would be given to flat ability power. As for marks, Kayle can run a lot of different setups and still be successful. Attack speed or magic penetration would be the most common ones, but other choices like hybrid penetration will work too. Moving on to Masteries, Kayle is one of the most versatile champions. She can run different types of offensive setups, or even go down into the utility tree and defensive tree and still be successful. Taking a look at summoner spells, Flash is almost mandatory on Kayle, since she has no blink type ability to escape. Ignite is the typical summoner spell for AP mages that go mid, but Teleport is a very good choice as well. You get a lot of map presence and you can use it to split push and then get back into a fight when it occurs. Since Kayle is a champion with strong roaming potential, you can also teleport to a forwarded ward in the bot lane and gank them from behind. Moving on to skill order, Reckoning should be maxed first. It's your main nuke and the spell you usually use to open up in a fight. Now it also increases the slow percentage, so having a more potent slow means the enemy will have trouble escaping from you. Secondly, you should level up Righteous Fury, as you need to wave clear and do sustained damage. Divine Blessing should be the last skill to level up, although you may want to take some extra points earlier if you're having some trouble staying alive or staying in lane. Now let's take a look at the item build. Again, Kayle is extremely versatile, so we prepared two builds on how to play her. One being more attack speed based and with more sustained damage, and the other for full burst. To start, Crystalline Flask and extra potions are a great start for Kayle, or an extra ward for map vision. Kayle is extremely mana dependent, so this item really comes in handy. In the first build, your main concern is to build Nashor's Tooth ASAP, followed by level 1 boots and Haunting Guys. Boots are usually Sorcerer's Shoes, but Berserker's Greaves or even Mercury Threads are a good choice as well. Then you may want to build more damage, Rabadons or Lichbane, or finish Haunting Guys into Liandry's in order to proc the damage over time skill on every hit. Next comes another attack speed item, and Kayle can pick a variety of different items here, like Zephyr, Malady, or Ginsu's Rageblade. The sixth item isn't always a defensive item. Due to her kit, sometimes Kayle won't need defensive items to survive teamfights, but the more plausible options are here. As for the enchantment on boots, Furor should be chosen most of the times to ensure that you chase down foes, or home guard if you need to defend your base. In the second build, you're going for full burst. The advantage being you get more mana out of this build and you'll be able to spam skills more often. The disadvantage being you won't farm as well. Build a Dorn's Ring or two before going into Sheen. Kayle can proc Sheen often, so it's awesome for her. After that, you should go for more burst, Rabadons being an option too. Again, boots should be Sorcerer's Shoes. Now you need a CDR item. You should go for Morellonomicons or Nashor's Tooth. Next, you should finish your Sheen and turn it into a Lichbane. It works really well with your QE combo, and you'll be able to burst down targets really fast. The last two items should be a mix of defensive items and penetration items. Some options are the following. So now let's move on to gameplay. Early game and in the laning phase, Kayle has one of the highest kill potentials at level 2 with her Q plus E combo. Use it to your advantage. Try to force a kill with or without the help of a gank, or at least try to force your opponent to back off, and then proceed to zone him. However, you must be careful. The enemy jungler will see you playing aggressive and will gank you, knowing that you do not have an innate escaping ability, so make sure you have ward coverage. Mid-game, Kayle has a lot of roam potential and can easily orchestrate dives wherever she wants. Make sure to use this. Push your lane if you're ahead, and go over to bot lane or even top. If you're in sync with your jungler, the enemy will not survive a sudden 4 vs 2. Late game and in teamfights, Kayle's damage is consistent throughout. However, she may have trouble keeping up if she doesn't farm and kill enough. Even if you're not as fed as you'd want to be, your kit still allows you to be important and reliable in a teamfight. Your passive will make it easy for your team to shred any enemy, whether it's a tank or a squishy carry. Your ultimate is still good. You can still use it to save your carry and bait out enemy skills on your initiator. You'll still have a lot of CDR, so you'll have this tool ready to use very often. Know when to use it and when to hold on to it. If you use it too soon, the damage blocked will be negligible, and if you hold on to it for too long, you won't save yourself or your teammates from incoming burst damage. In teamfights, your objective is to help the initiator do his job with Divine Blessing. Focus down someone, preferably a squishy target. If you're going for a burst build, you can almost two-shot the enemy AD carry. Now for a few tips and tricks. Open up on an enemy champion by slowing him and only then activating Righteous Fury. Use your Divine Blessing on the initiator to haste him and ensure he initiates successfully. Your passive is an excellent peeler. Since it's armor and magic resist reduction, it actually benefits the whole team, so it's a great peeling tool for the AD carry. Knowing when to time your ultimate is very important. Be sure to use this to nullify the enemy's burst damage on a teammate or yourself instead of saving it for last. That's all for today. I'm sorry for the unusually long episode. It won't happen again. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.